This is a 1954 Chevrolet 3100 pickup truck. It's an old farm truck. It's in really good shape. My mechanic wanted me to point this out. Right now it is, if you can see that, it's dead cold, and you touch the key and she fires right up. And this engine was recently rebuilt, according to the previous owner, and we've looked at it and gone through it, and it looks to be verifiably so. Of course, I'm doing the camera and the driving at the same time with the stick shift, so shifts out smooth. Steering is nice and straight, not wandering all over the road or anything. I mean, it is an old truck. Actually, about the only thing that's not really original on it's this steering wheel, which is somebody put it on. But the nice thing is, this thing cruises right down the road. I mean, we're just cruising right now. Got good brakes. I mean, I'm steering with one hand in the cul-de-sac, so it really does steer pretty well. And this is about one of the quietest 235s I've heard. I mean, this thing's just so quiet. It does not have the original carburetor on it. It's got a monojet on it. You can hear it sucking the air. It does have the original oil filter on it, and you can see it has been converted to 12 volts. It's got an alternator. Other than that, it's good under the hood. I'll flip it off here real quick. Show you the rest of the truck. The e-brake is not working on the truck right now. But I do see evidence of newer brake hoses and things, so I'll show you that in a minute underneath. Just show you the interior right now. Nice thing is nothing's missing. It's got the door panels. Sometimes these access panels are missing on the old trucks, but this one's got it nice in shape. It's got a good looking patina interior look to it. No rips or tears in the seat. It's got a little fade on it. Looks like somebody might have left a box or something in the sun there, or could even be a cigarette burn. I don't know for sure. I can only speculate. Doesn't have a headliner. Doesn't have the sun visors, but those are easy to fix, especially a lot easier than the dashboard, because the dashboard, a lot of people cut these dashboards and this one's not cut. So I'd rather just buy a sun visor than have to repair the dashboard. So you don't have to repair this dashboard. It's in great shape. It does have a really old temp gauge on it, and it does work. It's moving up. If I run the truck a little bit more, you'll see it go up. It runs at proper temp. The odometer shows 68,800 miles on it. The cab corners have been replaced. I'll take a quick walk around the truck. And this is an old farm truck. It's kind of, I know this color is tough to tell in person. It's kind of a burnt red or a burnt orange. It's kind of a cross somewhere between an orange and a red. And I feel like personally, I can't tell. There's a color that Ford makes too that's kind of that, orangey red look. I think they call it poppy red or something. And it's not even that. I don't know. Here I am stumbling along in my video, but it's a Chevy orange, like what they call it, Chevy orange red, like they paint the engines. It's kind of like that color. Not quite orange, not quite red, but if you put something else that's orange up against it, it definitely looks red. So The body is in pretty good shape. I mean, not a lot of rust. There's a couple of little spots down here at the bottom of the front. You got a couple. I mean, it's an old farm truck, so it's kind of got that old farm truck look to it. It's got that patina to it, you know, that really a lot of people, I would say, wouldn't want to mess with. It's got brand new tires on it. They got, you know, I mean, they're practically brand new, so they got great tread. This is a real gem right here. Usually you see these broken or they're flimsy. I'm grabbing onto that. You can hear the whole hood moving. The Eagle is extremely hard to find. Actually, they don't make replacement Eagles. They make other hood ornaments that you can buy a replacement. Unfortunately, I think they make them in China. This is the original, and it's in fantastic shape. You know, I mean, old truck shape, but in other words, it's in a position to be able to be re-chromed if you wanted to, you know, do some sort of a, you know, restoration on the vehicle. But the glass is in good shape. I've got the windows rolled up right now. You can see no cracks or anything on the windshield. Windows in good shape. Back windows got one small crack right there in the back. Driver's side windows, same thing, are in good shape. Cab corners have been replaced. And the body's pretty straight on this thing. So we'll take you up underneath real quick. Make sure I don't smash my cell phone. There we go. Clean, extremely minimal rust on this truck. Far from a rust bucket. See, those are newer shocks. Show you the fenders. Inside, front, driver's side fender well. A little spot of rust right there. Just tiny. Down the doors. And like I said, the cab corners have been replaced. In fact, that one's got some sort of a paint on it that's a different color. Down the step ups are good and clean. I mean, of course, there's a little surface rust on there, but not rusty. Floor pans in good shape. Frame rails in good shape. Just a touch of like a little splinter of rust right there, you know, but other than that, clean. I love trucks like this. These are the kind of trucks you see at, like when you go up to Gatlinburg and you see the old moonshine stills and they have a truck like this on display. This is what they're looking for. Brand new battery, brand new brake hose is what I meant to say. You can see that. Frame under here, very clean. Of course, somebody's put a metal bed in, probably a long time ago. I'll let the camera adjust here. There we go. Clean. Now there is the rust. All clean right there, and then you see that little spot of rust right there where you can see the light through. You do have that rust right there, and that's where the that's where the bed meets the body, and right there above on both sides in the back. And it looks weird because you can see some cut there. It almost looks as if somebody cut it on purpose, like to drain water out. So, and the rest of the bed is in great shape, really. It's like only those two spots have rust. Even the tailgate's in really good shape and not rusty. I'll finish showing you the undercarriage. Nice clean step ups, just like the other side. Surface rust, but nothing else. Clean. Floor pans, you can see. Frame rails. There's one spot right there, a little hole. It's kind of a normal, typical spot you see in these old trucks. I think this would make a great truck just to drive around town. You know, drive to work. If you're a construction worker especially, you can use this truck, and you could still drive to Home Depot on this truck. I mean, mechanically, the truck's in great shape. The clutch is great. The engine is recently rebuilt. The transmission still shifts out great. The brakes work good. It's got new tires on it. It's got a good straight lines. This is a really, really cool old farm truck. And really, to me, a survivor. You know, it almost has a survivor look to it. I don't know this true story on it. It's got the look of a barn find. I'm not going to call it a barn find, but it's got the look of a barn find because its body's so straight and rust free for the most part. I mean, just to have those couple of spots of rust in it and that's it. But for it to have this old paint on it, I mean, it probably hasn't been painted in 25 or 30 years at the earliest. And I think it really, really gives it a really cool look. It does have a newer, you know, early 80s model bumper on the rear. Somebody put on there. It does have the original front bumper. Well, there you have it. This is a 1954 Chevrolet 3100 short bed truck. Gonna make somebody a really fun toy.